men at their end, no dark is right. Because their words had fought no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Leopold. I'm creating motivational content based on my experience with life. So if you like this content, please make sure that you subscribe and click that notification bell. You're gonna receive notifications when I'm gonna post more videos, of course, if you're interested. If not, you can ignore this, you can close the window, you can block me. You'll never receive any notifications from me ever again. I love this reality as it is because it's full of perspectives that are different from yours. For example, when I started the YouTube channel, it was pretty hard at the beginning because I had a hard time in expressing myself and put my face on the camera, and I felt like I always had to have a script to read from it, something as an anchor, as a safe zone. And yeah, I tried to have a script to cut into the scenes, to say what I was writing on the script and everything, but it didn't feel natural. So the moment I started the biking vlog, I realized that I don't really need a script, because a script is not really raw information. It's more of a edited. It has to be like, in people's perspective, has to be perfect, and perfection doesn't exist. Perfection is in every single moment, and nothing is wrong or right. It's just experience, it's just a happening. So when I'm posting videos and when I share things with you guys, I'm sharing them for free. I don't expect anything in return. I don't really want anything from anyone, money or anything. I'm just doing it because I feel like. So it's a gut feeling. I have this gut feeling from when I was 8-10 years old. I wanted to help people somehow. I grew up, go to primary school, then went to high school. I wasn't really conscious about what I was or what should I do with this life. But I had this thing in my mind. I had this feeling. I wanted to help people and open their eyes. And it was a funny thing because I wasn't really aware of what an eye-opening means. So during my I don't know, college period, I still I studied sociology. So basically I studied humans. Still, I didn't want to work in an office. I wanted to work in a constant movement, interacting with people all around. I think that's why I like Starbucks so much, because it offered me the cultural diversity that I want to experiment, and also the constant movement on the floor, and the constant awareness that I should be engaged in to be assured that everything is running smooth and everyone is happy. So this was a practicality for me because I studied at my college and then I learned practicality through Starbucks. So I realized that people are very different one from another, but at the same time the same. It's very hard to define. So we are the same because we are all humans. So nothing separates us at our core. Like at our core, we're all energy, we're all vibration, we all interact with one another, exchange information and vibration. We are receivers and transmitters at the same time. But we are different because we grew up in different parts of the world. We grew up in societies, different cultures that structured us differently and made us be different. And this thing, it's a good thing and a bad thing. This is objectively seen, good and bad, because good and bad doesn't really exist. So it's a good thing because we can learn from one another different things. We can learn from one another's experience. And it's a bad thing because language separates us. For example, yes, English is the most spoken language in the world, but you'll never express in English if it's not your native language the same way you'll express in native language. So that's the thing. We are trying to use English as a global language, but not everybody knows English at the same level, even though it's the most spoken language in the world. It's not the same. 80% of our communication is non-verbal. So 80% of our communication when we have a conversation is with micro expressions, gestures from hands. 80%, imagine that. 80%. I think thoughts can influence very much reality. So when you start a conversation with a belief, you're already assuming that that person is not like you. It has a different belief than you. And that separates us in a way. It separates the vibration. When you're feeling that someone is like you, you already imagine that person as being in a synchronization with yourself. So it's always a good start to not assume anything about anyone and just see what happens, because you'll never know what that person has been through. You'll never know how that person's day was. So it's better if someone gives you shit to say thank you and I love you, because when you do that, you respond as you are. If a person says that to you, it doesn't represent you, it represents that person. So anyone that is hating, I was about to crash. So anyone that is hating on anything that exists as a concept or culture is just not loving themselves. I think self-love is the best thing that you can do to have a happy life. If you don't love yourself, you'll not have a happy life. You'll start hating everything that happens to you. You'll not accepting what is happening. You'll not adapt, and you're gonna suffer. And this suffer can grow with depression, anxiety, pills, and everything that will damage the human brain and consciousness on the long term. Because the Earth has, of course, a global consciousness, which is rising, of course, because we're heading to a golden era, an era of abundance. We are already going there. We're already living in abundance. But if people will keep it on the right track and don't start with the left foot instead of the right foot, now I'm figure speeching and referring to the fact that if people will start do good things to one another, we're gonna have a better future. So first, start loving yourself. Second, start doing good to others and don't expect anything in return, because expectations create anxiety, and anxiety creates depression. Yeah, straight ahead, then at W Hotel, the Plaza, you turn left. There. Yeah, so when you cannot go straight more, you can turn left. Thank you. You're welcome. So yeah, as I was saying, this is the flow of the day. Appreciation and being grateful for anything. It doesn't matter if it's like a hate or just a positive feedback or a negative feedback. Everything is just an opinion. You have to accept that we are different, but you also have to keep in mind that at our core we're all the same. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more content. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I post there more things than I post on YouTube. Peace out. One love.